Good morning and welcome to Monday. I'm Joe Jaquin, CEO of the Patriot Trading Group. And I hope you had a great Father's Day weekend out there. I know that we went to this Brazilian place, where they come with the meat to your table. And they, you get the beef, the chicken, the pork. It's a meat festival, essentially, is what it is. So me, my wife, my youngest, we're all having dinner together. The countdown is on for my wife and I. We will be empty nesters before the end of this week. As my youngest goes to go play football at the University of San Diego. They got a report by, I think, Friday for his report day for them. And, of course, my oldest son is working in Chicago for Northwestern Mutual as he's wrapping up his degree. So it was a good Father's Day weekend. It was, I love a festival of meats. I'm not going to lie to you. And we enjoyed it. And it's kind of weird, kind of the last one of, I guess, when my boys were kids. This will be it. Every time after that, these will be nothing but adults. But sometime in the future, down the road, the grandkids, and we'll do something fun with them and all that stuff. But yeah, it's going to be a weird week. I'm a little somber today. Yeah, it'll be weird. Did your power go out this weekend? Mine did. Yeah, went out last night, though, just in the middle of the night. Power went out, was out for, 2-3 hours. I know that I don't want to call them rolling blackouts, but I hope you're all prepared. As, it's hot, the droughts, Lake Mead getting into this precarious position. Oroville Lake in California, they're almost there. I don't know if you've been paying any attention, but they pulled all the houseboats out of this lake. They're within, 20, 30 feet where they have to shut down the hydro plant there. No big deal. A million homes won't have any power. Well, they'll get it. Listen, higher power prices coming everywhere. You see Texas? If you have one of these, and I don't know what this is, but I'm not that smart, but if you have a smart thermostat, apparently the Texas Power Company can get in there, and they started raising the temperature at your house. Well, it's either that or, maybe no one's going to have any power. Get ready. I can't tell you how many emails, phone calls, friends of mine freaking out about the reset. Listen, it is going to happen. Sure as I'm doing this broadcast, it's already done. We're going to a digital currency. We are going to have some form of a debt default. I don't know what it's going to look like. I've got a good idea of what it's going to look like. Then you throw on cyber attacks, and you wonder, you question, what's the list Biden gave Putin? Here's the 16 things you can't hack, but anything else is okay. Right? I don't know if you do, right? If you guys heard that part, about the hacking that's been going on, JBS, the meat packer, right? The pipeline. It's going to happen. Somebody's utility is going to go out. Nuclear power plant, who knows? And again, all part of this plan that's going on, and we're going to see a revaluation. There's no doubt about it. And I think this time around, when the digital money comes. Because you got to remember, listen, the digital money isn't going to come just because. That's not going to happen. It's going to come. as the savior to this next crisis. And everybody's moving at warp speed. Listen, China's already got their currency out. By the way, Bitcoin taking another hit today as China continues to crack down. And this is the thing. As soon as the digital money comes, all this other digital, be careful is all I'm saying. We are behind, but don't worry. We're not as behind as you think. Testing's already going to start here. I think testing starts in the next week or two for our digital currency. I don't know how much time we have. I don't know. I mean, have you seen the disaster du jour after the Fed meeting last week and Jay Powell and all these guys don't know what they do. Reverse repo auctions, they started to pay banks a 0.5%, and man, the banks just said, screw it, we're never lending money again. The bond market's all upset. Right? You know, they whack gold. Oh, yeah, listen, gold's going to be on a rocket ship. Don't you worry. But, you know, it's up nicely today, but so what? They can't fix it. You know, the box, if you will, is closing in on the house of cards. And the digital money's going to come. Global reset is going to happen. There's no doubt about that. Patriot Radio News Hour. We'll be back right after the break. 800-951-0592. Patriot Radio News Hour. The Dow is up. Gold's up. Gold's up. Depending on where you look, 15 to 20 bucks. 17.83. Silver back above $26 now. Crude oil. Oh, look out. It's coming up another $1.70 today, 73.34 as they're just having a hard time putting the genie back in the bottle. And listen, this isn't complicated. We can't pay. You know the debt clock. It's $28.5 trillion. I mean, we can't even pay that. I mean, think about it. The whole economy for the whole year. It's like, not even $21 trillion. Social Security is got problems, but, most people don't want to talk about it. Medicaid and Medicare got a bigger problem. They're going to run out of money first. And all these unfunded liabilities, that avalanche that is coming. And, we're so focused on the avalanche we're under. Listen, it doesn't stop. It only gets worse. And, of course, Biden, I think there's going to be 80 million people on Medicaid. Boy. Man, Obamacare didn't get overturned, and it's so expensive. What I pay in insurance, it's incredible. Just health insurance over $1,000 a month. A month. Do you know that is outside of the home? That's our biggest bill. Health insurance. Not to mention long-term care insurance, life insurance, car insurance, right? All of a sudden you start adding up the bills and you're like, between rent and insurance, forget about car payments and food, it's off the charts. But why is everything getting so expensive? Why is it that Jay Powell's got to say, oh, no, it's just going to be transitory, because they have nothing else to say. And this is hard. Because the vast majority of people out there, they would like to believe that this is, conspiracy talk, conspiracy thinking. What's conspiracy about 28.5 trillion? Plus, you got to remember, the central bank's got 8 trillion. Here's what's funny. We somehow don't want to count that. I don't know why. Well, that doesn't count. Yeah, it does. And the bond market is signaling something horrible. Because last Wednesday, the Fed wanted to give the illusion that things were getting better. And what I mean by that is, when it comes to our banking system, are things better? They want you to believe that it is. They also wanted you to believe, oh yeah, we're going to raise rates sometime a couple years from now. We're going to start fighting that inflation. Of course, I told you that they would. Now I know gold market reacted, right? And listen, it's actually a great thing, because that's just speculators chasing money. The bottom line is, we kind of know here that this is the next, the next launching pad, another $100 higher than the last launching pad, and now we're starting to see, wait a minute, why is the bond market not rallying? The dollar, which had been rallying every day from Wednesday, not rallying anymore. Couldn't stay above 92, 91 and change, and on its way lower, a lot lower. And we're talking about this box. Here's the good part, I guess, is we're all in it. Japan's got a debt problem. Europe's got a debt problem. England's got a debt problem, right? I mean, you go through the list of the basket of currencies, they all got debt problems. I mean, China's got a debt problem, but China's a little different, right? They have growth on their side, where here in the U.S., if we don't give away money, we have no growth. That's just a fact. Matter of fact, we've given away so much money that now it buys less and less. Because that's what happens. And like I said, people want to think that's conspiracy. Oh, no, that's not going to happen. What do you mean it's not going to happen? It's already happened. The digital currency is coming. I'm not going to stop it. What's going to happen to people? Because let's face it, this always happens. This isn't new. The funny part is, I don't know how bankers keep getting in charge. Well, greed, right? Greed, of course. But this is what happens to money. Listen, the Federal Reserve note's going to zero. It'll be completely worthless. When? I don't know. I would like to believe that we still have a few more years. I'd like to believe that we can get to 2025. Late last week, there was some videos and emails and some information coming out that, hey, it's going to happen like today. And here's the realities. I don't know when. Could it be tomorrow? Yeah. What do you think they're going to write us a note? You think Jay Powell is going to come out on television and say, 3.5 years from now, we're going to go to a digital currency? No. I want to remind people of something. And again, you can't fix stupid. Okay? Can't fix it. But go back to the last crisis. 2 weeks before Bear Stearns went under. 2 weeks. Their CEO was on CNBC telling the whole world how great the Bear Stearns balance sheet was. And investors had nothing to worry about, and the banking system was just in great shape. 2 weeks later, it was a Friday, reports started circulating after the market had closed that Bear Stearns was going under. And by Monday morning, somehow J.P. Morgan now owned Bear Stearns for $2 a share. And oh, by the way, we're going to protect them from a bunch of losses. There's not going to be advance notification. That's not going to happen. It will be quick. It will be swift. And just my opinion, my experience, it'll happen on a Friday afternoon after the market is closed. There'll be emergency meetings on the weekend. Right? Remember the last time, right? Oh, they're having emergency meetings at the Federal Reserve all weekend and powwows and all that stuff. All of it will happen again. And by the time the markets reopen on Monday, our reality will have changed. Every time there's a price to pay. Now, is the whole world going to come to an end? No. No. Matter of fact, this is going to be a select group of people that are going to do really, really well. The vast majority of people are going to see their hard-earned work wiped out. You know how many friends I watched lose everything? They lost their house. Their 401ks, gone. Gone. And I'm not talking about what the stock market did. They needed that money just to try to hang on. Gone. Everything gone. Bankruptcy. I lost my house. Most of them, thankfully, weren't mortgage brokers. Most of them were still working and lost everything. And I know all of you listening, you know I'm right. And you can go down the list of your friends and say, yup. Did the world end? No. But this is coming, and again, it's coming a lot faster than I want to. And again, people out there, I don't know why. Is it too complicated for them to understand what's happening? I mean, really, do you think we can just go $2, $3, $4, $5 trillion in debt every year? You think the central bank, they're buying $120 billion of debt a month? And buying, that's kind of a funny word because they don't, all they have is a printing press. They just magically make $1.5 trillion up here every year with no end in sight. Well, they claim, we're talking about tapering. There's no tapering. It can't happen. And this is just the reality of it all. Is it by coincidence that this new electronic money is coming? I don't think so. I don't think so at all. Listen, every cent you have needs to be in the system. All the change that you've put in your coffee cans, your emergency fund that you've got in your safe at your house, or maybe it's in a shoe box, or who knows where it is, in the peanut jar, needs to be in. And they're going to put a deadline on it. And here's the problem. The deadline won't start until it's already happened. We're going to go to work on a Friday. Wall Street's going to be having a horrendous day. Everybody's going to be freaking out. Just like the last time. Remember Wall Street won't open on Monday. When we get back, what's it going to look like? We're going to try to guess. Patriot Radio News Hour. Don't touch that. 800-951-0592. Patriot Radio News Hour. All the signs are there. I mean, somehow we had the entire country locked down. Now, all but mandatory vaccinations. States handing away $1 million to get people to be vaccinated. Weird, right? Things that don't make any sense. A pipeline attack, cyber attack, that if they didn't pay the ransom, gas would have been $7, $8. Most places, well, we saw, right? Most places would have had no gas. All on the eastern seaboard, none, zero. Been gone. So they paid the ransom. JBS, they paid a big ransom, $11 million for them. Could you imagine? JBS couldn't slaughter cattle and couldn't slaughter hogs and chickens. The power grid, shaky at best. Now there's, sure, doesn't that seem logical? I mean, we've talked about power grid vulnerabilities for a couple of decades. And now some Russian hacker, and I'll call them Russian hackers, who knows, can, in a blink of an eye, no power. All of those things are bad. It's not conspiratorial. It happens. It is happening. Just like the debt is happening. The central bank can't control it. That is happening. And they use all this nonsensical logic. At what point does it fall in on itself? At what point does the house of cards collapse? I don't know. I mean, everything we're doing right now is fake spending. I just saw California. Oh, we may extend the moratorium on evictions. Because, well, let's face it, most of California is already homeless. I know that's an exaggeration. That's not true. But what do they want to do? Well, somehow we're just going to pay people money. New York. Going to start testing, giving people $500 a month. You start handing out people $500 a month. You know what that $500 is worth? Nothing. Nothing. So what is it going to look like? Well, we're going to reset. Everything's going to reset. And I need to be careful about what you think the reset's going to be. Okay, am I going to pay less on my mortgage or my car or my insurance? No. That's not what it's going to look like. What most likely is going to be is we're going to see what we're seeing now. Those that are deemed the poorest of the poor, which is about half the country now. Wow, how did we get to that? You know, the ones, hey, if you're living paycheck to paycheck and you got no money, right? You got every other Friday, your bank account jumps up, and by the time Monday rolls around and you paid your mortgage and your insurance and all that, you know, you've got a couple $1,000 if you're lucky. You'll keep your credits. I'll call them credits, electronic credits, because you really don't have anything anyway. For those of us that have excess money in our bank accounts, our money market accounts, right? Those accounts. There's going to be a formula. What's it going to be? I don't know. Are you going to get 80 cents or 70 cents or 50 cents on the dollar? Yes. Because that's what the reset is. What are we resetting? We're resetting debt. See, that's the thing people don't. It's just resetting debt. Is this new digital money? Is it going to be backed by gold? I don't know. Or partially backed by gold? Could be. I guess it depends on how big of a reset it is, right? I mean, let's just go, I don't know, to 2024. Right? Because I want to believe that we can at least get to that. I don't know if we can get much farther than that. Well, we're talking about, by that time, I don't know, 50 trillion that we have. And you got to remember, that's about the time Medicare and Medicaid are going to puke, and Social Security is going to get ready to puke. Right? So we're going to have to reset a lot of money. So where's that reset money going to come from? It's going to come from the people that they deem to have what? Extra. Because that's the plan. Right? Take from those that have had success and give it to those that haven't. You know, the billionaires, right? You know, whether they pay taxes, don't pay taxes, who knows, right? Don't worry, they're getting it too. Wall Street. So think about this. Now that's just your extra money, right? So your bank account money, your money markets, and all that stuff. Now, will they maybe say, hey, you know, I know you had 100,000, but we're going to give you 50,000 electronic credits, and we'll give you a note on the other 50,000 that we borrowed at some point in the future. Maybe not. Maybe you can get your money back. We don't know yet. We'll see. Right? I'm sure that's, you know, they want to at least give the illusion that it's not all gone. Can't use it. Right? It's not, you can't convert it into anything. Then you've got your stocks, your IRAs, your 401ks. What happens to them? We'll talk about that next. 800-951-0592. So, talking about what's going to happen. Banks, as we know it, are going to change dramatically. This is the ultimate consolidation of power. We should fight this to all end, but we won't. Matter of fact, they're going to cheerlead it. They've been cheerleading it. Look at Bitcoin. right? The banks are sowing their own fates too by investing, and they know it. You know, the creation of the central bank was a power grab by the Rockefellers and the Morgans, the Warburgs of Germany. Right? It was a power grab. See, there was a huge explosion in banks and the gold rush and the citizenry moving west and taking their bank deposits with them. You know, when they closed the banks in 1933, half of them never reopened again. Which half was those? Well, let's see, the ones that weren't owned by the Rockefellers and the Morgans, right? Those are the ones. This is going to be a massive consolidation of power. You know, I talk openly about the fact we really got like 10 banks in this country. Literally, that's it. I know they say 4,000. You take the deposits of the 10 biggest banks, and it's 96% or 95% of all deposits. We're going to go down to one bank, the central bank. Matter of fact, over the weekend, Elizabeth Warren, John Kennedy from Louisiana, not JFK Jr., but they're out in favor of this new digital currency. And they're like, yeah, look how great it's going to be for people that don't have bank accounts. The homeless people now will have tons of money. It'll be great. Think about it. They just need a phone. As long as they've got their tracking device. And then you start thinking about stocks and bonds, IRAs, just like the last time. Stocks will get crushed. It'll be a crisis. Will they come back? Sure. But like, as you know, most people, a large portion of people lost everything the last time around. A lot more will lose it this time around. But don't worry, because they'll just put money on your phone. Be fine. You'll have just enough to live. Look at home ownership rates. There's nothing conspiratorial about it. Getting ready to drop below 60% of people owning their homes. Right? Think about it, right? Half the country rents. Now, some people rent because they want to. Vast majority, they'll rent because, what? They have to. Cars. How many people lease their cars? What a horrible concept. But I want to drive a nice, new, pretty car. I like it when it says BMW or Mercedes or Range Rover on it. I don't want it to say Kia. And if I buy it, well, gosh, my payment's going to be $1,200. But I can lease it, right, for $500. Everybody will think, look at me, I'm a big deal. You're a big idiot is what you are. Well, you're not an idiot. I take that back. It's just gotten too expensive. So will the rent go down or the mortgages go down? No. Will your paycheck change? How you receive it will. The problem is, the ones that have something, you're going to get a haircut. And dude, let me tell you, more like a buzz cut. It's going to be significant. It'll happen quickly. Matter of fact, I'll guarantee that 2 weeks before it happens, they'll come out on TV and tell you everything's wonderful. I guarantee it. And now we even have our elected officials saying, oh, yes, this is a great idea. And just think about the power that this has. Oh, you didn't get vaccinated? Okay. We're not forcing you to. Money's not going to be in your phone until you decide to do it. Want to buy groceries? Still got that AR-15? Guess you can't buy groceries until you decide to do it. I guess that's the conspiracy side of me. The non-conspiracy side is this is happening. No matter what. The reset is coming. Patriot Radio News Hour. Final segment coming up. 800-951-0592. Gold 1785 up 15. Well, 15.20, whatever. Today's special, U.S. $10 gold pieces at $1,045. So that's the same price as it was on Friday. Gold's up 15 or 20, depending on where you're looking. $10 liberties at $1,045. I have $20 liberties at $2,095. And I still have a few rolls of silver, not very many, but I do have a few rolls of Silver Eagles at $760 at 800-951-0592. And just simply put, when this reset happens, this gold that you've put away, it's going to keep you whole. Whatever, let's just say you do $10,000 today. Whatever $10,000 would buy you today, and, I don't know when, is it 2022, 2023, 2024, 2025, whenever this reset happens, it's going to keep you whole. Everything else is getting a haircut. Inflation, right? Whether they say it's transitory or not transitory, it doesn't matter. You just get to buy less. Gold's going to keep you whole. Gold's going to allow you to take advantage of the next crash. Really, that's really the name of the game, isn't it? Keep the powder dry. The best place to keep your powder dry is in gold. Just that simple. 800-951-0592. By the way, I forgot. And thank you for playing that Cathay Athens up there in Loveland. They're great supporters of the station, do a lot of stuff for us. We are going to have a VIP catered dinner from Cathay Athens Sunday at 6 p.m. at the radio station for Bradley Dean. All the proceeds, it's going to be $25 a person. You're going to get you're going to get fed, meet Bradley Dean, spend some time with him. All of the proceeds are going to support his ministry. So it's for a great cause. Bradley Dean, a great talk show host. And then, of course, on Monday, we're going to have the event. But Sunday, this is limited. We're going to limit it to 30 people. So if you want to have dinner with Bradley Dean, Cathay Athens, Carrie has donated it all. That's the type of supporter he is. This is going to help Bradley Dean's ministry. It's $25 a person. Call the radio station. You need to make a reservation. We've never done something like this before, but this is a new thing. You need to make a reservation. So call the radio station, 970-587-5003, or easy enough, just go to the website, 1360khnc.com. All the information's there, but this is going to be something where you need to reserve your spot for Sunday. This is for Sunday. Then on Monday is the actual Bradley Dean event. We're not no food on Monday, but Bradley's going to be talking and all of that. But for a $25 donation, you can have a meet and greet and get fed by Cathay Athens this Sunday at 6 p.m. Call the radio station to make your appointments. God bless everybody. I'll be back tomorrow.